Welcome to English Practice Every Day. This is not a practice video, but a lesson video. This is a collection of 30 shorts of a word a day series in which we learn the meaning of one word along with that word's etymology and use that word in a couple of sentences. Please keep a note, if you can, of how many of these are new words to you personally. Let's start. A word a day, day 31. Today's word is castigate. 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 3 syllables. Castigate is a verb. Castigate means to criticize or reprimand severely, or to subject someone to severe punishments or harsh treatment as a form of correction. Usage. The manager decided to castigate the team for their lack of diligence on the project. The editorial castigated the government's handling of the crisis, calling for accountability. Etymology. Castigate has Latin origins stemming from the verb castigare, where castus means pure or morally pure. The term entered the English language in the 17th century, carrying the sense of correcting or chastising someone for wrongdoing. In contemporary usage, castigate implies strong disapproval and condemnation, often involving harsh words or disciplinary measures. It is used to describe the act of reprimanding or punishing someone for their perceived faults with the intention of correcting behavior or addressing misconduct. Day 32. Today's word is ingrate. 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 2 syllables. Ingrate is a noun. Ingrate means an ungrateful person, or someone who is not appreciative of kindness or favors received, often exhibiting a lack of gratitude. Usage. Despite the countless hours Mary spent helping John, he proved to be an ingrate, never expressing any gratitude. The millionaire philanthropist was shocked to discover that the ingrate he had generously supported had spoken ill of him behind his back. Etymology. The term ingrate has its roots in Latin, derived from the word ingratus, where in means not and gratus means pleasing or grateful. The term entered the English language in the late 16th century, describing a person who is ungrateful or lacking in appreciation. In contemporary usage, ingrate is employed to characterize individuals who fail to acknowledge or reciprocate acts of kindness, often with a negative connotation. It implies a sense of disappointment or frustration with someone who disregards the goodwill extended to them. Day 33. Today's word is nascent. 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 2 syllables. Nascent is an adjective. Nascent means in the early stages of development, or emerging or just beginning to exist or show signs of growth. Usage. The artist's nascent talent became evident in the first few paintings of her career. The company celebrated the nascent success of its innovative product, anticipating future growth. Etymology. Nascent comes from the Latin word nascens, the present participle of nasci, meaning to be born or to arise. The term entered the English language in the early 17th century, conveying the idea of something being in the process of coming into existence or starting to develop. In contemporary usage, nascent is often used to describe various forms of beginnings, such as the early stages of the project, a new business, or a burgeoning idea. It emphasizes the freshness and potential for growth inherent in the initial phases of something. Day 34. Today's word is placid. 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 2 syllables. Placid is an adjective. Placid means calm, peaceful, and undisturbed, or having a serene and tranquil demeanor. Usage. The placid lake reflected the surrounding mountains, creating a breathtaking scene. Despite the chaos around her, she remained placid and composed, radiating a sense of inner peace. Etymology. Placid finds its origins in the Latin word placidus, meaning gentle or calm. It entered the English language in the early 17th century, retaining its original sense of describing a state of tranquility. In contemporary usage, placid is employed to depict a peaceful and unruffled environment or demeanor. It conveys a sense of quietude and harmony, suggesting a lack of disturbance or agitation. Day 35. Today's word is tacit. 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 2 syllables. Tacit is an adjective. Tacit means understood or implied without being explicitly stated, or unspoken or inferred through actions or context. Usage. Family's tacit agreement not to discuss certain topics kept the dinner conversation harmonious. The team members had a tacit understanding that deadlines were to be met without the need for constant reminders. Etymology. Tacit has its roots in the Latin word tacitus, which means silent or unspoken. It entered the English language in the early 17th century, retaining its original sense of describing something understood or communicated without direct expression. In contemporary usage, tacit is often used to refer to agreements, understanding, or knowledge that is implied or understood without being explicitly verbalized. It highlights the power of unspoken communication and the ability to convey meaning through subtle cues or shared understanding. Day 36. Today's word is exasperate. 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 4 syllables. Exasperate is a verb. Exasperate means to intensely irritate, annoy, or provoke to a high degree of frustration. Usage. Zoe's persistent excuses for not completing assignments started to exasperate her teachers. The constant delays in the project began to exasperate the team members, leading to a decrease in morale. Etymology. Exasperate has Latin origins, coming from the verb exasperare, where ex intensifies the meaning of asperare, meaning to roughen or to irritate. The term entered the English language in the 16th century, carrying the sense of causing irritation or annoyance. In contemporary usage, exasperate emphasizes the heightened level of annoyance or frustration induced by a particular situation or individual. It conveys a sense of aggravation that goes beyond mere irritation, often suggesting a buildup of tension or exasperation over time. Day 37. Today's word is facade. 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 2 syllables. Facade is a noun. Facade means the outward appearance or front of a building, structure, or object, often concealing the true nature or character behind it, or a superficial or false appearance. Usage. Despite his friendly facade, James was known for being reserved and private. The elegant facade of the old mansion hid the decaying interior and crumbling walls. Etymology. Facade originated from the French word façade, which means face or front. The term entered the English language in the late 17th century, referring to the front exterior of a building. In contemporary usage, facade extends beyond architectural context to describe any superficial or deceptive appearance. It implies a deliberate presentation of something that may not accurately reflect its underlying reality. The term is often used metaphorically to describe a person or situation that masks its true nature behind an external appearance. Day 38. Today's word is foolhardy. 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 3 syllables. Foolhardy is an adjective. Foolhardy means recklessly bold or daring without considering potential risks or consequences, or displaying a lack of practical wisdom or judgment. Usage. Amy's foolhardy decision to invest all her savings in a speculative venture led to financial ruin. The foolhardy adventurer embarked on the perilous journey without adequate preparation. Etymology. Foolhardy combines the words fool, meaning a person lacking good sense or judgment, and hardy, indicating boldness or courage. The term emerged in the 16th century, originally describing someone who displayed reckless bravery, often in the face of danger. In contemporary usage, foolhardy is used to criticize actions or decisions that are characterized by a lack of caution and sensible thinking. It conveys a sense of imprudent daring, suggesting a disregard for the potential negative outcomes associated with bold behavior. Day 39. Today's word is impunity. 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 4 syllables. Impunity is a noun. Impunity means exemption or freedom from punishment, harm, or negative consequences, or the state of being immune to legal or punitive consequences for one's actions. Usage. The corrupt official acted with impunity, knowing that no consequences awaited him. The powerful crime lord operated his empire with impunity, evading law enforcement for years. Etymology. Impunity traces its roots to the Latin word impunitas, which combines im, without, and punitas, punishment. The term entered the English language in the 16th century, emphasizing the idea of escaping punishment or harm. In modern usage, impunity denotes a sense of immunity or exemption from the consequences of one's actions. It is often associated with situations where individuals or entities, despite engaging in wrongful or illegal behavior, are able to avoid accountability or punishment. The term highlights the absence of restraint or deterrent, allowing for actions to occur without fear of reprisal. Day 40. Today's word is affectation. 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 4 syllables. Affectation is a noun. Affectation means an exaggerated or unnatural expression, gesture, or style lacking sincerity or authenticity, or an artificial or deliberate display of behavior, mannerisms, or speech often adopted to impress or deceive others. Usage. Lisa's affected accent was seen as an affectation, as she had grown up in a completely different region. The politician's constant use of complex vocabulary seemed more like an affectation than genuine intelligence. Etymology. Affectation has its roots in the Latin word affectatio, derived from afficere, meaning to strive after or to aim at. The term entered the English language in the 17th century, initially referring to a striving or effort, but evolved to denote an artificial or pretentious display. In contemporary usage, affectation carries a negative connotation, describing behavior that is adopted for show or to create a certain impression, often with the intention of appearing more refined, sophisticated, or cultured. Day 41. Today's word is carpe diem. Carpe diem. Carpe diem. 3 syllables. Carpe diem is a noun. Carpe diem is a Latin phrase that translates to seize the day in English, or an expression urging individuals to make the most of the present moment, emphasizing the importance of taking immediate opportunities and enjoying life to the fullest. Usage. The motto Carpe diem encourages people to embrace each day and pursue their passions. In the face of uncertainty, Sam chose to live by the principle of Carpe diem, savoring every experience. Etymology. Carpe diem is derived from the Latin poem Odes by the Roman poet Horace, where the full phrase is Carpe diem quam minimum credula postero, meaning pluck work the day, trusting as little as possible in the future. The term gained popularity during the Renaissance and has since become a well-known and widely used expression. In contemporary usage, Carpium serves as a reminder to seize opportunity, appreciate the present, and prioritize living in the moment. It encourages individuals to embrace life's experiences without undue concern for the future, promoting a proactive and optimistic approach to daily living. Day 42. Today's word is prevaricate. 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 4 syllables. Prevaricate is a verb. Prevaricate means to avoid giving a direct or honest answer, or to deliberately mislead or withhold information, especially to avoid revealing the truth. Usage. Rather than admit his mistake, Joe chose to prevaricate, weaving a web of half-truths and excuses. The politician's tendency to prevaricate when asked direct questions eroded public trust in his leadership. Etymology. Prevaricate stems from the Latin word prevaricatus, which means to walk crookedly or to straddle. The prefix pre suggests ahead of time, and varicare means to straddle. Thus, the word carries the idea of sidestepping or straddling the truth. The term has been in use since the 16th century, originally referring to a legal term meaning to deviate from the truth or to act deceitfully. In contemporary usage, prevaricate denotes the act of a deliberate attempt to mislead or obscure the truth for personal gain or to avoid accountability. Day 43. Today's word is morage. 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 2 syllables. Morage is a noun. Morage means the accepted standards of behavior or conduct within a given social group, or the customary cultural norms, values, and traditions of a particular society or community. Usage. Breaking the mores of a society can result in social ostracism or even legal consequences. In some cultures, punctuality is considered a crucial mores, reflecting respect for others' time. Etymology. Mores is a Latin term that translates to customs or habits. It represents the collective behavioral norms and ethical standards that govern social interactions within a community. The term entered English usage in the early 19th century, borrowed directly from Latin. In contemporary usage, mores refers to the unwritten rules and conventions that shape a society's moral fabric. These norms often influence individuals' behavior and are reinforced through social institutions, cultural practices, and peer pressures. Day 44. Today's word is restive. 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 2 syllables. Restive is an adjective. Restive means unable to keep still or quiet due to impatience, unease, or nervousness, or resisting control, restraint, or authority, or rebellious or disobedient. Usage. Despite efforts to calm him, the restive horse refused to stand still. The restive crowd grew increasingly agitated as they awaited news of the plane crash survivors. Etymology. Restive originated in Middle English, derived from the Old French word restive, meaning unwilling to go forward, stubborn. The term initially referred to horses that were difficult to control or manage, often resisting the efforts of their riders to make them move. Over time, restive evolved to describe individuals or situations characterized by a similar resistance to authority or control. In contemporary usage, restive typically describes a state of agitation, nervousness, or resistance to constraint. It can refer to individuals who are impatient or uneasy, as well as situations marked by tension or instability. Day 45. Today's word is hoodwink. 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 2 syllables. Hoodwink is a verb. Hoodwink means to mislead or deceive through cunning or deceitful means, or to trick someone by presenting false information or by concealing one's true intentions. Usage. Don't let yourself be hoodwinked by promises that seem too good to be true. The scam artist managed to hoodwink many unsuspecting victims into investing in his fraudulent scheme. Etymology. The term hoodwink has roots in Middle English, where hood referred to a covering for the head and wink meant to close one's eyes. Originally, hoodwink referred to the act of blindfolding someone, often as a means of deception or concealment. Over time, hoodwink came to signify the act of deceiving someone by obscuring the truth or manipulating information. It suggests a deliberate attempt to mislead or trick another person, often through cunning or deceitful tactics. In contemporary usage, hoodwink remains a vivid term for describing acts of deception or trickery, highlighting the manipulative nature of the deceit involved. Day 46. Today's word is Fain. 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 1 syllable. Fain is a verb. Fain means to pretend or simulate an action, feeling, or condition, or to intentionally deceive or mislead by presenting false appearance or behaviors. Usage. Amy feigned illness to avoid attending the meeting. Etymology. Feign traces its origins to Middle English, derived from the Old French word feignen, meaning to pretend or to invent falsely. In its earliest usage, feign was associated with acts of deception or pretense, often in the context of storytelling or theatrical performance. Over time, the term broadened to encompass any deliberate attempt to disguise or misrepresent one's true intentions or emotions. In contemporary usage, feign continues to denote the act of pretending or simulating, suggesting a deliberate effort to deceive or mislead others by presenting false appearances or behaviors. Day 47. Today's word is candor. 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 2 syllables. Candor is a noun. Candor means the quality of being open, honest, and sincere in expression, or the state of being straightforward and truthful, especially when discussing sensitive or difficult topics. Usage. In negotiations, candor can often lead to better outcomes, as it fosters trust and transparency between parties. Liz appreciated Ben's candor during their conversation, as it allowed them to address their concerns openly and honestly. Etymology. Candor originates from the Latin word candor, which means whiteness or brightness. In English, it evolved from the Old French term candeur, which also carried connotations of purity and sincerity. Initially, candor was associated with the idea of purity or brightness, both literally and metaphorically, suggesting clarity and transparency. Over time, it became to be specifically associated with honesty and openness in speech or behavior. In contemporary usage, candor emphasizes the importance of being truthful and straightforward, particularly in communication and interpersonal relationships. Day 48. Today's word is nuisance. 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 2 syllables. Nuisance is a noun. Nuisance means an inconvenience, annoyance, or bothersome person, thing, or situation, or something or someone that causes trouble, irritation, or difficulty, often repeatedly or persistently. Usage. The construction noise from the neighboring building has become a constant nuisance for the residents. Mosquitoes can be a major nuisance during the summer months, disrupting outdoor activities and causing discomfort. Etymology. Nuisance stems from the Middle English word nuisance, which was influenced by the Old French term nuisance, and ultimately traces its roots to the Latin word nocere, meaning to harm or to injure. Originally, nuisance referred to any action or condition that caused harm or injury, whether physical or otherwise. Over time, its meaning expanded to include annoyances or inconveniences that disrupt daily life or cause discomfort. In modern usage, nuisance commonly refers to anything that is bothersome, irritating, or troublesome. It denotes a source of inconvenience or annoyance that may disrupt peace, comfort, or normal functioning. Day 49. Today's word is clique. 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 1 syllable. Clique is a noun. Clique means a small exclusive group of people who share similar interests, attitudes, or backgrounds and who associate closely, often excluding others. Or a tight-knit social circle or inner circle characterized by its exclusivity and tendency to form within larger social groups. Usage. The students form cliques based on shared interests such as sports or academics, making it difficult for newcomers to integrate. In some workplaces, cliques can develop among employees, leading to divisions and favoritism within the organization. Etymology. Clique entered the English language in the 18th century, borrowed from the French word clique, which originally referred to a small group of like-minded individuals. Initially, clique was associated with political factions or small circles of influential individuals. Over time, its usage broadened to encompass any exclusive social group or inner circle that formed within larger social contexts. In modern usage, clique typically refers to a close group of friends or associates who share common interests, behaviors, or social status. It often carries connotations of exclusivity and can sometimes imply a sense of elitism or snobbery. Day 50. Today's word is concatenation. 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 5 syllables. Concatenation is a noun. Concatenation means the act or process of linking together or combining separate elements or items into a single continuous sequence, or the result of such a linking or combining process, creating a series of chain or interconnected parts. Usage. In programming, concatenation is commonly used to merge strings or data sets into a unified whole. The success of the project relied on the careful concatenation of various strategies and resources to achieve the desired outcome. Etymology. Concatenation derived from the Latin word concatenare, which combines con, meaning together, and catena, meaning chain or series. The term entered the English language in the 17th century, reflecting its roots in the idea of linking or chaining elements together. Originally, concatenation was used in a literal sense to describe the linking of physical objects or parts in a continuous sequence. In modern usage, especially in fields like computer science and linguistics, it refers more broadly to the process of combining or linking separate elements or datasets into a cohesive whole. Day 51. Today's word is disparage. 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 3 syllables. Disparage is a verb. Disparage means to belittle, criticize, or speak about someone or something in a derogatory or disrespectful manner, or to express disapproval or contempt for someone or something, often with the intention of diminishing their value or importance. Usage. It is not appropriate to disparage someone's appearance or abilities, as it can cause harm and damage their self-esteem. Managers' comments disparaging the efforts of the team were demoralizing and counterproductive. Etymology. Disparage comes from the Middle English word disparagen, which was influenced by the Old French term disparager, meaning to match unequally or to degrade. The word disparage combines the prefix dis, indicating negation or reversal, with parage, meaning equal or peer, reflecting its original sense of diminishing someone's worth or standing. Originally, disparage was associated with the idea of lowering someone's rank or status by speaking negatively about them. In modern usage, it broadly refers to an act of criticizing or belittling someone or something, often with the aim of undermining their reputation or credibility. Day 52. Today's word is premonition. 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 4 syllables. Premonition is a noun. Premonition means a strong feeling or sense of anticipation or perception that something significant or ominous is about to happen, typically before any evidence or confirmation. Usage: Beth had a premonition that something bad was going to happen, so she decided to cancel her trip. Jack's recurring dreams served as premonition of the tragic accident that occurred the following week. Etymology: Premonition is derived from the Latin word prae, meaning before, and monitio, meaning warning or admonition. The combination of these roots reflects the idea of a warning or foreknowledge that comes before an event. Originally, premonition was associated with supernatural or mystical insights into future events. In contemporary usage, it describes a strong intuitive feeling or sense of anticipation about something that hasn't yet occurred, often regarded as a sign of forewarning. Day 53. Today's word is non sequitur. Non sequitur. Non sequitur. 4 syllables. Non sequitur is a noun. Non sequitur means a remark or inference that lacks coherence or relevance to the discussion at hand, often appearing random or disconnected. Usage: The professor's response was a non sequitur, as it had no bearing on the topic being discussed. Including that joke in the conversation was a non sequitur. It didn't relate to anything we were talking about. Etymology: Non sequitur is a Latin phrase meaning it does not follow. It is composed of non, meaning not, and sequitur, the third-person singular present indicative form of sequi, meaning to follow. Originally used in formal logic to denote a logical fallacy, non sequitur is now commonly employed to criticize or highlight instances of flawed reasoning or irrelevant statements in everyday conversation. In discourse, a non sequitur disrupts the logical flow of an argument or conversation, often leaving others puzzled or frustrated by the lack of connection between ideas. Day 54. Today's word is mendacity. 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 4 syllables. Mendacity is a noun. Mendacity means the practice of intentionally misleading others through falsehood or dishonesty, or the tendency to lie or deceive. Usage: Politicians often engage in mendacity, making promises they have no intention of keeping. The courtroom was tense as the defense attorney accused the witness of mendacity, attempting to discredit his testimony. Etymology: Mendacity derives from the Latin word mendacitium, meaning lie or falsehood. The term mendacity is formed from the root mendax, meaning lying or deceitful, combined with the suffix ity, indicating a state or quality. Originally, mendacity was associated with deliberate falsehood or deceptive behavior, especially in the context of deceitful speech. In contemporary usage, mendacity encompasses a range of deceptive practices, including lying, fabrication, and misleading statements, often with the intent to deceive or manipulate others. Day 55. Today's word is baloney. 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 3 syllables. Baloney is a noun. Baloney means nonsense, foolishness, or exaggerated or untrue statements, or something that is absurd, unbelievable, or untrue, often used to express disbelief or skepticism. Usage: Don't listen to him. He's just spouting baloney again. Joe's explanation for being late was pure baloney. Nobody believed his story about getting stuck in traffic. Etymology: Baloney is believed to have originated as a colloquial American term in the early 20th century, likely influenced by the similar-sounding word bologna, a type of sausage. The term baloney was evolved to describe something that is perceived as ridiculous or untrue, likely stemming from the idea of metaphorically comparing nonsensical statements to the unappetizing qualities of bologna sausage. In modern usage, baloney is often used informally to dismiss or discredit statements perceived as false, exaggerated, or nonsensical, emphasizing disbelief or skepticism towards the claims being made. Day 56. Today's word is cacophony. 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 4 syllables. Cacophony is a noun. Cacophony means a harsh, discordant mixture of sounds, often resulting in an unpleasant or chaotic auditory experience, or an overwhelming or dissonant blend of noises, voices, or sounds that create a sense of confusion or disturbance. Usage: As the concert reached its climax, the cacophony of instruments blended into a chaotic crescendo. The cacophony of car horns, sirens, and construction work made it difficult to concentrate in the bustling city center. Etymology: Cacophony is derived from the Greek words kakos, meaning bad or evil, and phone, meaning sound or voice. The term cacophony combines these roots to convey the notion of unpleasant or discordant sounds. Originally, cacophony was associated with describing harsh or unpleasant auditory experiences, often in the context of music or noise. In contemporary usage, cacophony extends beyond music to encompass any situation characterized by a jarring or chaotic blend of sounds, conveying a sense of disorder or disturbance to the listener. Day 57. Today's word is dulcet. 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 2 syllables. Dulcet is an adjective. Dulcet means pleasant to ears or melodious, or extremely pleasant in a gentle way. Usage: I was greeted by the dulcet tones of a violin as I entered the room, instantly calming my nerves. Last weekend we enjoyed the most dulcet walks in the most beautiful and colorful gardens in our area. Etymology. The word dulcet originates from the Latin word dulcis, meaning sweet or pleasant. It evolved from Old French into Middle English, retaining its sense of sweetness and charm. Originally, dulcet was primarily used to describe pleasant sounds, particularly in music or speech, that had a soothing or pleasing quality. Over time, its usage expanded to encompass anything that evokes a sense of sweetness or harmony, whether in sound, taste, or other sensory experiences. In contemporary usage, dulcet continues to evoke images of sweetness and melodiousness, often describing sounds or voices that are particularly pleasing or calming to the listener. It conveys a sense of tranquility and beauty, contrasting with the harshness of cacophony. Day 58. Today's word is cause célèbre. Cause célèbre. Cause célèbre. 4 syllables. Cause célèbre is a noun. Cause célèbre means a controversial issue or case that attracts considerable public attention and interest, or a person or cause that becomes the focus of widespread public debate or controversy. Usage. The murder trial became a cause célèbre, captivating the nation's attention and igniting passionate debates on social media. Bates' advocacy for animal rights quickly became a cause célèbre, drawing support and criticism from various quarters of society. Etymology. Cause célèbre is a French term that directly translates to famous cause or celebrated cause. It combines cause, meaning case or matter, with célèbre, derived from the Latin word célébere, meaning famous or celebrated. Originally used in legal context to describe a high-profile or controversial legal case that garnered widespread public attention, cause célèbre has evolved to encompass any issue, person, or event that captures the public imagination and becomes the subject of intense scrutiny and debate. Day 59. Today's word is pristine. 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 2 syllables. Pristine is an adjective. Pristine means in a clean, pure, or unspoiled condition, or untouched by human interference or contamination, or immaculately preserved, or remaining in its original perfect state. Usage. The ancient ruins were discovered in pristine condition, providing archaeologists with a rare glimpse into the past. The hike through the pristine wilderness offered breathtaking views of untouched landscapes and crystal-clear streams. Etymology. Pristine traces its roots back to the Latin word pristinus, meaning former or primitive. Over time, it evolved to convey the sense of original purity or untouched state that it holds today. Originally, pristine was associated with ancient or historical context, describing things that remained untouched or unspoiled from their original state. In modern usage, it extends beyond historical artifacts to describe natural environments, objects, or conditions that are remarkably clean, pure, or untouched by human influence. Day 60. Today's word is serendipity. 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 5 syllables. Serendipity is a noun. Serendipity means the occurrence of fortunate or unexpected events by chance, often leading to delightful discoveries or pleasant surprises. Usage. Our chance encounter at the cafe was a stroke of serendipity, leading to a lifelong friendship. Etymology. Serendipity was coined by the English writer Horace Walpole in the 18th century, inspired by the Persian fairy tale The Three Princes of Serendip. In the tale, the protagonists make unexpected discoveries through chance observations and clever deductions. Walpole derived serendipity from Serendip, an old name for Sri Lanka, formerly Ceylon, combined with iti, denoting a state or condition. The word Serendip itself is thought to come from the Persian Serendip, referring to the island. Originally used to describe the ability to make fortunate discoveries by accident or chance, serendipity has since become a widely recognized term for unexpected strokes of luck or happy accidents. Please let me know in the comments how many new words you personally learned in this video. Bye for now.